All right. Bring the meeting over. We're gonna go ahead and meet January 2026. Bring it over. First, we got, an incentive. We always give to get your chair.
I'm good, man. I've been sitting all day. I'm good.
We always give the city employees a little something for Christmas. Well, this year, with the turmoil going on, it didn't happen. So, firstly, I'd like to see us do that. If somebody wants to elaborate on it.
I make a motion that we give them their incentive to all the uproar that we went through last, the 3 months, 2025, where they got ignored.
Well, we get $100 this last year.
Well, then we ought to give them 100 this year.
Would you like to put that form of a motion?
I did make a motion.
Okay. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second
Roll call, please.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes.
Vicky,
Yes.
Brittany,
it. Yes.
Mary.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back up again about surplus property. We've got quite a bit of stuff over there that is sitting and rusting down. We've even got more than we did before. We put stuff on the surplus before, and somebody thought it didn't bring it up, so we took it down, and we still got it. I think we need to get rid of it, and we're gonna add some to it. We've got couple generators over here, don't we, Cody?
Generators, a couple weed eaters, some other stuff that's added on to it.
Yeah,
Now.
it's laying around the way, and we need surplus. Would somebody like to make a motion to surplus this property?
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second. Roll call, please.
David,
Yes.
Bill, Jackie,
Yes.
Vicky,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Mary.
Yes.
What I'll do is take bids on this for the next month. Next meeting will open the bid. So, y'all can get that.
Yep.
Next on the agenda, Mr. J.J. Harris, with information on Old City Hall.
Well, thank the council and the mayor for inviting me. I want to listen to some of the crazy ideas I've got. But it's been my pleasure to work with Junction City Matters and to look at some of the properties you have here in the city. And looking at the municipal building, went through it several times with the mayor and some of the staff to see what could be done with the old municipal building. Obviously, you know, it's been leaking the roof and it's got some deterioration problems from over the years, and we've got an opportunity, or we've got some money that's passed through from the county, and we'd like to put that money into a community center. The money that we've got, it's not a lot, it starts out at $100,000, but that would go a long way in making a community center for Junction City. And with an existing building that you have, conceptually, Junction City Matters could come back to the city and ask for your permission to do a lease. But in the meantime, so what we would like to ask the mayor and the council is to take bids on getting some of that stuff tore down, cleaned out, property that's in there that may be surplus. I think there's a bunch of turnout gear, old turnout gear.
There is in
in
there.
There's a lot of things that probably doing no one any good, that if we could get out of the way, we could get some folks in there to do a proper assessment of what it would take to get the building, a new roof, some windows, carpet, get the mold, remediation, clean it up and make that into a community center. The long-term vision is that we'd be able to come in, have a facility, community center, after-school programs, working with the library, have some computers, computer bank, have Wi-Fi available, so after school programs, the libraries said they would come down and operate, just community meeting rooms and things like that to help Junction City Matters get off the ground, and provide more things, opportunities for children. So that's a long-term goal.
And, I talked to Roger, and I think that, he would be really happy about that. And he said he would come today, but he said he had to have a school board meeting, so. And he said he would come down and tell him that he's excited if you are, consider doing whatever it is, so.
So will we just take the bids right now and then we'll table it and then come back at like a future date to decide? Is that?
I think that would be the most appropriate way, but obviously assessment of what's there. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff in the way before you get down to the basics, but obviously working with the mayor.
The first thing we'll have to do is get that cleaned up. The backside is the main. The upstairs. The first thing we'll have to do is get some of that cleaned up. I'll have to take bids on getting that cleaned up, get the backside of the wall, and where we can seal it up. It just opens the element that the roof's gone. And just like for the old turnout here,
The main part of the building and the old fire system parts. Building side. You'll have to do some brick work, some tuck pointing, window seal replacement, bring up the modern conveniences, the bathroom, restrooms. But if you could imagine the old garage doors down and trying some of those glass garage doors up, imagine tables and chairs, you could open that up, you have community meetings there, not just, it could be rented, it could be rented out for special events. It could be part of your Main Street program, it could be part of your block party. But this is just one more thing to reinvest back in Junction City, because you're growing. I mean, all the things that could be going wrong, you're still doing a lot of things right. So investing in yourself, taking some of these older buildings that have a lot of character and history, and trying to preserve that, because we've talked about this in Junction City Management. Think about the old hotels and some of the older buildings that are gone, you can never get back once they're gone. So this is an opportunity to invest in ourselves. So thank you for your consideration.
That building's 1939, and it's got a lot of history behind it, so.
Yeah.
I just love to see it preserved and used again,
Got 86 years ago.
Yeah, it's all post office. It's got a mark.
And the most important about this is what can bring the community together. Anything else that's going on doesn't matter. This is something that the whole community can rally around. Because it's not for us. We're not doing it for us. It's the next generation.
I mentioned it to John, I said, we get people in there, we could all paint and everything. He said, they can't afford you painting. I helped you paint 2 new places, and I spilled 2 5-gallon buckets of paint. I'm showing you pictures. He said, no, you can't go.
Well, I think first thing we'll need to do is take some bids on tearing out where we can see what we got. And, we get the bids in by next month, so we can act on it here next month.
Can you get that money sent towards this project?
Yeah, so we've got the money in the DBCDC, the Denver Boyle County Development Authority. So we've got that money, and once we know that there's a project, we can allocate it. It'll be for lack of a better term, it's a non-reverting fund. So we move forward with a project. We've looked at other buildings in town. We went to auctions, we think this building fits a lot of the needs and it preserves your history. So that's why it's really multi-level. It's already on the historic register. You've got a lot of things behind it. Once we can get in and assess what needs to be done, there's an opportunity for grant money to come in. It might be $5,000 or $10,000, but if you've got a project and an end result, I mean, that's what you work for. Then I can start writing grants. I can start looking at other things. But you've got to have a structure. You've got to have a building, and we've got to have the momentum of the council behind it. Community support is going to be needed. So, again, thank you for your consideration and hope you'll pass.
All right, with the council's blessing, I'll get some stuff out while we get some bids on this stuff.
I got a question. The girl that took Andy's place. Andy took Donna Beckner's place, and then this other girl, is her name Hannah?
Yeah,
Could we possibly get them to donate dumpsters?
I seriously doubt it. She don't leave the courthouse. She was gung ho till she got a job, and then I don't know, I guess she went out of the courthouse.
I can ask about trying to get some dumpsters donated. Ask, I mean, if
Well,
all they can say is no, you know.
Listen, I don't think the dumpster idea might not be too good. We don't really have a place to store them. Plus, if we get this demolition going, they'll be hauling it off if they.
Somebody will do it all.
Yeah, they won't handle it quickly.
Okay, good on.
Load it, take that.
Vicki, we'll look for opportunities for the community to participate and welcome any opportunities for people to participate, donate, and when it's appropriate. So that's a good suggestion.
Well, I'll be there to work around whatever's going on at my house.
So,
That's help reason.
There's still a lot of stuff in half down there in the whole fireplace. You got all kinds of stuff down
I think there's still a surplus dump truck down there. There's a few things you gotta work around.
take that and burn it. So, do we have a blessing of this council to go forward with this?
You want a motion?
I'll motion
No, we don't need a motion, y'all just say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm always with motion. No, we don't need that.
Well,
Thank you very much, we appreciate that.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks. We're trying. Thank you.
all right, next on the agenda is the renewal of our evac. Are you familiar with all this? We've been in this for a number of years. It goes back quite a ways. And what it is, everybody in Junction City, if they're transported by our evac from Junction City, Boyle County, or any county surrounding us, Lincoln, Garrett, Lincoln, Casey, Mercer, any of those counties, if a resident of Junction City is transported by our evac, it's paid for. This is something that they approached us with several years ago. And it's worked several times. I mean, you take a $40,000 flight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It worked in my case.
And if you live in Junction City, you have, okay,
Awesome.
okay.
Thank you all.
It costs us, in the neighborhood, I don't see it on here, we've got about $12,000 here.
Yeah.
To cover the whole city.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I think it's a no-brainer, really. A $40,000 flight bill could put a dent in a lot of people's lifestyle. But if y'all are interested in renewing it, I'd like to have a motion. I'll make a motion. And have a second.
I'll second
Roll call, please.
David,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes.
Vicky, Brittany,
Yes.
Mary.
it. Yes.
Thank you. Incidentally, it's due in February.
Yes.
Saves one life.
All right, next will be Chief Ben Rhodes to address the council.
Afternoon, council. Just like to present, preliminary contract for new hires that are not certified.
legal, you can advise if anything needs to be reworded or changed or whatever. But when I hire a new officer that's not certified, they've got to go through the academy, and we've got to buy academy uniforms, and we have some expense there. But we do not have to pay for the academy training. So the expense is minimal. They will be on salary during the academy. So since we're investing in the officer, I expect the officer to invest in the community. So here's a 3-year contract that they will sign upon their conditional offer. And they'll have to own up to 3 years after they graduate the academy, become certified. That's when the clock starts taking on the 3-year.
Got a question about this.
Yeah.
A lot of departments, they'll do this, but there's a clause in there that if you're unemployed, I wanna say 90 days, the contract's void, then you can go to another department. Can we put a stop to that, to where the contract's binding?
Well, I don't think we want to. If somebody wants to leave, you don't want them. So,
Right, and then.
this is just to keep an honest guy honest.
Right, it's more of a ethical contract that, they decide to break that contract and leave. The hiring agencies or whoever's looking at them, when they contact me for a reference, I'm gonna have to inform them that they did break the contract. And usually that's gonna impact them negatively on getting hired somewhere else, so. But most that I'm aware of, most of the departments around here do have some sort of contract for non-certified. It doesn't apply for certified officers if they decide to come in the door. So, just want approval on that from legal and council to approve that.
Or would it be possible then if, say we did this contract and they decided to leave before their 3 years was up? Could we put it in there that they would be liable to reimburse the city for us paying for the training?
Some places do that. We could add that in there as well. That would be, some advice from legal if you have any opposed also, but adding a phrase like that.
John?
Do you have any, you see any issues with the contract as it stands? Okay.
So do we have it budgeted that we can, with this
So here's the only added expense to Junction City for hiring non-certified is the purchase of 5 sets, one pair of uniform for the academy. They have to have a set of 5 uniforms. That's it. Everything else we're gonna pay anyhow. If you hire a new certified officer, we gotta buy their uniforms. We gotta pay them a salary. We gotta provide them a vehicle, gas. Nothing, this is no additional expense on your city other than those uniforms for the academy. That's it. So as far as budgeting that in, it's still minute, it's not even an issue for the budget.
It's a no-brainer. If you get an officer, you're not gonna get prime officer. You know that. You've got to.
Have we had any other people apply for the role?
We have had no inquiries as far as certified officers. I know Boyle County hasn't had, I don't know what they've had or haven't had, but I know they're putting 2 brand new officers to the academy as well. So officers are short out there right now. And if there's one floating around that is certified, I'd have to look at him closely and why is he bouncing around unemployed? So I like starting, since I have to build this department from the ground up, I like the fact of starting with some new, fresh, young blood, and I can groom them to how I want them to operate in the community. And but we have a very good candidate already. Once Mr. Halfley gets suited up and starts the process, we're going to advertise that we're accepting applications for a third position. So since it's a lengthy process, I need to get that going, and so we get these officers on the street and in patrol. Take this TOPS exam, or first phase of TOPS exam Monday. So we just wait on that approval. Once they say he's good, boom, he's coming on board. But it's a lengthy process, you know. Once he comes on, then we still got a schedule for the academy. Right now, the 2 new hires with Boyle, they're starting March. So ours will probably start maybe in April, I don't know. So
Where's he taking his initial POPs test at?
Richmond. So it takes time, but we're gonna get there. And when we do, we're gonna have officers that's gonna stay here and be community oriented. And I think you're gonna be pleased with how it turns out.
We went through about 5 here, and with none of the 5 were 2 dead flies. I mean, it was pathetic. We were a little bit desperate. And I don't care to tell it, I'll tell them. One of them come here, want to work day shift. Then within 2 weeks, he decided he wanted to work from 2 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. Because he'd go back there and go to sleep.
He could sleep through his shift.
We had one that sat for the railroad track 4 or 5 hours at a time when he wasn't going back for home. So we're trying to build something. You can't go out here and find it. It's not out there. We sat here and gone through a bunch and it's just not out there. And I like what Ben's doing.
If I can ask you, I know you're a woman. Are you usually on duty, like, I know you're on duty all the time, but like on the weekends alone? I mean, I know you're here during the day. I just was wondering if it's a person.
Currently, no.
Okay.
On Monday through Friday, I'm still taking care of a lot of administrative duties. So much fact that needs to be done. Like I said, right now I'm currently looking at some grant stuff and options as far as body cameras when we go there. I still need to create a lot more policies. I did the initial policies that met the requirement for KLC, but there's still additional policies. It's a lot of work, so I'm kind of juggling administrative, and then I go out there and show some presence, do some traffic stops. I'm trying to make a happy medium. That's why I need to get these officers on board, trained, and the way I've got it scheduled for 2 officers, we'll have coverage 7 days a week, every day, from 2 in the afternoon to 2 p.m. at night. That's your prime times for calls for service, traffic crashes, and all that. By 2 o'clock, there's not a whole lot going on. And, the county will help us out there between those few hours. And then we'll just have to revisit the budget later to see what we can do as far as if we can afford any additional manpower. But that's pretty good coverage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good coverage. That's 12-hour coverage in your prime times. 7 days a week, you will have an officer. On top of that, I'll be here Monday through Friday, and I'll overlap a couple hours with, so I can bring from and consider, what's going to happen. So I've got a plan for the skeleton crew that we're gonna have. I think it's gonna work very well, but it's just work in progress, so if everyone can just bear with me, keep me here, I have a lot of stuff to take care of. The other thing, I got a couple issues. The next topic is vehicles. Currently, we have 2 patrol vehicles. They have met their 5-year mark. They have low wear and tear, mileage is low. I can use those vehicles a little longer. The problem with them getting at the 5-year mark, they'll start having undercarriage rust, brake line blows and stuff like that. So that's why you kind of need to take them out of service if they're on that 5-year mark. But I'm going to work with these vehicles, they're in good shape. But I need to start a process of, one, I'm going to have a third officer come out, I need a third vehicle. So what I've decided to do, and I've discussed with mayors, we have a fully equipped police vehicle that was loaned to code enforcement. I'm gonna take that vehicle back and put that back in service with the third officer. But you're also gonna need spare vehicles. Officer hits a deer, somebody runs into them, they have a crash, that vehicle's down a while. I need that officer out there rolling, so we also need spares. So my plan here is, since we own these vehicles, as we take them out of service, we'll hang on to it. That's going to be our spare. But what I need to do is I need to start the process of rotating these vehicles out. So what I like to do is purchase a vehicle every 2 years until I get fresh vehicles, and then we might be able to stagger it every 3 years and be a lot softer on the budget. And I will get a fresh vehicle as they are going down. We'll get a fresh one. Right now, these were all purchased at one time. They all go down at the same time. So we need to change that. So
What kind of vehicles are you looking at? So police department.
well, I personally have very good experience in all law enforcement before. It pretty much goes with the Ford Explorer. They're all-wheel drive. They are no problems. But that's what I'm personally looking at, cheaper than the Tahoes. But I'm looking, a lot of the departments are going on a lease program with Enterprise. So
The county's doing that.
they're larger departments. It may work better for them. We're a small department. It may work for us, it may not. I'm currently looking into that. I got Enterprise going to contact me tomorrow or Monday, and I'm going to discuss the details on the lease program and see if that will benefit us. It's kind of like a pay-as-you-go plan, my understanding, so it is softer and easier on the budget. But we've got to get something in place because vehicles are very expensive, and it takes about, by the time you purchase it, get it equipped, this thing runs from 5 to 7 months before you get that vehicle. So it's another process. You got to get it and get it going. So but right now, vehicles are fine. We get up and running, but I do have to start that process of rotating them out because they are in the 5-year, and the carriages are going to start rusting. The biggest concern is the brake lines. So I'll come back with the council regarding what I find out, what I propose, and what we need to move forward with as far as vehicles.
Do you by chance have any idea on how much is in the agency fund? To help offset the
The ABC fund is restricted to certain amount, certain purchases for enforcement. So just because there's ABC money available doesn't mean you can spend it for anything you want. So I have to look into that. We might be able to use it for one vehicle or a couple, but it has to meet a certain criteria.
The other thing about the ABC fund that's gotten back to me that I think there's some misconception on, because I was originally looking at the ABC fund, to maybe fully fund another officer. But it does not generate the revenue that I thought it did. So it's not even close to fully funding an officer. It can offset an officer's pay if they are concentrating on ABC activity. That money can be used for officers' pay as far as overtime, DUI enforcement, things like that. But like I said, I'm looking at options, what's going to be best for the city, what softens the blow as far as how to pay for and purchase new vehicles. So, and I'll get back with everyone on that, but I just want to touch base on that we do need to start a process of new vehicles. That way, we don't have to buy 3 vehicles at once. It's one every 2 years or 3 years. And then as they start falling off and meeting that end, boom, we got another one coming to replace it. It works like that. The other thing I wanted to propose, which you should have in front of you, is a new city ordinance. The ordinance prohibiting the use of recreational vehicles as dwellings. This ordinance is not intended to target individuals that have their camper set up on their property and it is fully equipped with plumbing and water and things like that. I need this for nuisance problems, okay? Complaints. For example, most of you are already aware of it. There's an RV parked at the old gas station, the old Chevron station on old 127.
66 station.
That RV's been there for a while. Now they just had 2 of them pulled in there. And then luckily they pulled the other one out for whatever reason. The problem is not necessarily that thing sitting there, but people were living in it. There's no sewer, there's no water. They're just defecating and urinating all around the place. We've had a lot of complaints about it because the individuals living in there, they're always fighting. The business across the street, I forget the name of it, but they operate a couple nights out of the week, and they were looking in the windows, and it scared them. Either way, it's been a nuisance, and we've had complaints and complaints and complaints, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's on private property. The person that has domain on the property doesn't allow them to be there, and there's absolutely nothing to do. They're tweaking all night. Tweaking meaning they're shooting up, using drugs. When people's up all night doing that stuff, they're also stealing. So this is a tool for law enforcement to remove these problems, okay, and get rid of those nuisance and those people that are using drugs and just flopping and stealing stuff. So, like I said, this is not intended to target law-abiding citizens that just has their camper and they're doing whatever, and it's nice and clean and there's no complaints. This is for our problems. And there's quite a few of them scattered around Junction City, but that one I use for an example because everyone's aware of it. And, when you get a complaint, and people are begging you, can you do something? And then we can't, So I propose that you take this in consideration, and I would hope that you would approve it.
I'll be turning this over to the attorney, ready to condense it.
Okay.
So it'll have to be published, what we're talking about is.
Okay.
To publish this, all this would be tremendously expensive.
Okay.
So we will turn that part over to the attorney and have him to make us a condensed version.
Sounds good. So, that's all I have.
I'll try to have it back by next meeting.
Sounds good. I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you.
I just have one more question. If you use like you said, you were gonna take the code enforcement vehicle, which is a great idea, because it's, like you said, it's already equipped. Will you be taking over like the code enforcement as well, or will we be having to get another vehicle for code enforcement?
I don't know, I'm not running in charge of that division, I can't answer for that. I can just tell you that we're trying to save money
Sure.
and reacquire
That
a
makes
very
sense.
expensive, fully equipped vehicle. So if we did have to buy a vehicle, it's cheaper to buy a cheap pickup truck than a $70,000 vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, that's why.
But like I said, on that topic, I can't answer, but just let you know my intention what I plan to do.
Is that all, Chief?
Yes, thank you.
Is there any, if I have any questions for him? Thank you. Then we'll move right along. Mr. Cody Whitaker.
We inquired about getting a plow and softer for that truck. So our pickup truck's getting some age on it, plow's getting some age on it, we put new lines, cutting edges, we got the springs on it, new cylinders. We wanted to get our dump truck equipped in case if that vehicle goes down, we can still remove snow. We're also spending 8 hours a day pushing snow. So for example, we might be going by Jackie's house at 8 o'clock in the morning, but not going to Brittany's till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're getting a lot of complaints, and it would be good to have a vehicle already sitting there that we can use to remove snow with. The bids, I should make copies for everybody. It'll be $16,798 to equip it with snow removal equipment.
That's the dump truck.
That's what this is.
Yes,
And is it just you two?
just us two, yes. And right now, we're both riding around in the same truck, so you're paying 2 people to ride in the same truck and talk for 8 hours. Yeah, and instead of having 2 trucks going, we can get it done in probably 3 to 4 hours, the whole city.
Well, if the city's growing, get more streets to do.
Yeah. And the dump truck can hold a lot more salt than the pickup truck. It can hold around 8,000 pounds of salt.
Well, I know you've heard from me, I'm coming.
But that's my example, because we do get a lot of complaints, because we can't get everywhere at one time. You know, people want to know why we're on one side of town and not on their side of town. We want to make sure we can start both sides and just work our way up.
There'll be somebody still want to be first.
Oh, yeah, there'll always be, but the people we're gonna look at hopefully purchasing this, they carry all the parts, they fix everything, the guy stops by the shop once a month. If we need parts brought to us, he can get them to us overnight. If something goes down, he can help us get it fixed.
Yes, we probably half of our time spent in the cemetery, is that correct?
Yes.
I think we need to look at, start taking some money, we've got money we were left. Somebody left us some money back a few months back. Passed away, the last person they put in that cemetery was 30 years ago or something. Some of the family passed away, left the city some money. We wound up with about 30,000, everything else. I forget, I didn't know the name, I know where they're at, but they left the city some money, and I think that we might need to start taking some of the money from those things and plan towards maintenance of the cemetery. We got a cemetery maintenance. I think we're in dire need of it myself, but I'm gonna leave it up to the council. If somebody like to make a motion to buy this, let me know.
I'll make a motion.
One second.
Roll call, please.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Jackie?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Brittany? Mary? Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Mayor.
We did approval, next to be approval of the minutes of the December 11th, 2025 meeting. Everybody has, got anything to add or change? If not, can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 11th meeting? I'll make a motion. You have a second, please.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Jackie?
Yes.
Vicky? Yes. Brittany?
Yes.
Mary? Yes.
Next to be approval of the bill. There's no question about the bill, can I have a motion to approve the bill, please?
I'll make a motion.
Can I have a second, please?
I'll say.
Roll call, please.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Jackie?
Yes.
Vicky? Brittany?
Yes.
Mary? Yes.
Paula, do you have anything you'd like to bring up?
I was gonna say something. It's called, I can't remember, but this has been the most productive meeting since I've been coming for 3 years. I loved it, Everybody's doing a great job, and I'm glad to be here. I love what we're all doing and what Junction City Matters is trying to help do too. And we just keep working together. I mean, we're moving in the right direction. I can see it, so.
Does anybody on the council have anything to bring up? No.
I do have a question for Cody, and I don't know if this is possible or not, but I did get some complaints over the past couple months about that dirt pile in the cemetery.
Yeah.
They was asking if that can be moved to South Lucas on that property, is that possible, or,
We don't know which part on South Lucas.
the field as you turn on South Lucas on your right-hand side? I don't
That's railroad property.
know. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to lease it and mow it, but now we just mow it, put liens on it.
Okay.
So, yeah, we used to lease it, we could store stuff there, but now we don't do anything with it other than just mow it, put liens on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We try to keep the dirt pile pushed up as far as we can, but when it gets like this, and it's muddy and sloppy, it's hard to get up there and do anything with it. We're just trying to get dirt to one central place.
No, it's all good, I just didn't know if that was an option.
Right.
Remind me to get the attorney to inform the railroad they need to catch their liens up. Nobody else? Anybody else have anything to bring up?
I just have something real quick. I typed this up, so I was gonna read it, but I just wanted to, touch base on, a call that I had got from, I guess, a recent fire that we had on, was it South Lucas? Recently.
Wasn't notified of it.
You didn't know about it?
No.
I didn't either until the person called me, but, my question is, I just wanted to raise a concern regarding fire response and readiness and the communication during a recent incident. This is absolutely not about individual fault, but about ensuring that our volunteers have the training, leadership structure, and the support needed to keep the residents safe. Apparently, the call had come out, and then the volunteers that had showed up to the incident were obviously not properly trained, had refused to, I guess, go in certain parts of the house, and then they let the resident go in the house, and then there was just a lot of this miscommunication between, individuals in the fire department.
Is there a person who's here?
Corey is not here, he said he had to work
Okay.
tonight, so.
Okay.
So I just didn't know if we have done a review recently of incident command procedures. Do we have a training update for structural fire response? And then do we have clarification on who is authorized to make on-scene decisions?
You can check with Fire Chief Mr. Porter Kitchen and find that out.
Okay.
That's his department. Anybody else have anything? If not, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
No, can I say something?
Well, I asked.
Okay, I was just thinking, would it be feasible for the flood damage take our fire department. They're all properly trained, they've got better equipment, they're close by, and they help us when we have to go out.
I think it would be best off to ask the county first.
The county didn't want to help.
Hey, you know,
I know. Okay.
what do you think?
I don't know, what's everybody else think? I mean,
They're close by, their training is awesome.
The problem with City of Danville taking over is their run volume is really high. And so if they're on a call, there's no guarantee they can make it here in the town of Danville.
And they're actually this, maybe.
They operate on 2 engines and 1 engine on this end of Danville. So there's a medical call, they go on all medical calls. So there's a medical call on this end of Danville. You're looking at least 15, 20 minute
What
response.
about the one at the airport?
That's the county.
Johnny,
airport.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, the airport's been.
The county or department up there in Junction City used to work together when I was here.
Yeah.
Part of that there is, that fire station, my understanding is turned over to the city of Danville. Because Danville annexed the airport.
What else is new?
Uh,
What else is new? Everything turned over to the city.
The airport itself is City of Danville. but the
Maybe they
station
should.
is the county. The airport itself is City of Danville, but the station next to the airport is the county.
I just worry about if we have volunteers who, number one, that are not in the city limits, and they're coming from outside the city to respond, and then they're not properly trained, it's gonna fall back on us.
So does it matter who the one on the airport road is, whether it's city or county, just so we can see if they'll do it?
If you have an untrained person who goes into a fire and they have no idea what they're doing, they're gonna put the citizen at risk, and then they're gonna put the city at risk and yourself, and then we get into the incident and make the decision.
I thought that's the airport problem to the county. That engine up there.
No, they didn't,
Alright.
probably about a year and a half.
Are you going, were you there to see this happen, or did somebody tell you?
No, the person that the fire happened to, they asked me, how do they file a formal complaint, which I said, if you have a complaint, you need to go to City Hall. And then when they said, well, this is what they were concerned about when they got there. So I'm not placing blame, I'm just asking,
Telling an incident.
I could be absolutely.
What do you think?
I think this all goes back to stuff that's already happened.
So we don't think it's.
I think it's an old record playing again.
But if we move forward, I mean, can we check out the airport road, see who they belong to, and if they could, wouldn't that be a close place to help cover us? I mean,
It would be up to the county fire chief,
yeah,
and I haven't talked to him, so I don't know.
don't know.
No, that absolutely is not my intention at all to bring anything I'm just asking just for the safety of anyone sitting in this room.
Well, a formal complaint was never made to me,
Okay.
so if it happened, they never called City
I'm sure
Hall
they did.
to talk to me at all about anything, so.
He said it's Bull County Fire Protection and on the airport road, so I think we should check it out. What do you think, Jim, you, all of y'all?
Well, that truck used to be located here until they moved it up there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I remember the whole thing. Does anybody have anything else? If not, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I'll make a motion.
I'll say it. Thank you.
We all in favor to go home?
Yeah.